thing we previewed last week, and we spoke about coffee. Now, for us, coffee, we've been tracking coffee on the 89 tick. Now, the reason why we jumped, we looked at turning coffee off on the 89 tick was it started to have a little bit of a drawdown, and it potentially has hit some circuit breakers on coffee. But the reason why we've looked at potentially looking at the other coffee chart was that we had that huge drop in volatility, or not huge, but it was a significant drop in volatility on our standard deviation indicator here, our volatility indicator. You see that it actually started to drop right off. So we thought, well, if the 89 tick is starting to come off and underperform a little bit, maybe we need to lower our tick size down to a 55. So marked it a bit of a look at the 55 tick and the numbers on the 55 tick, and it was as simple as just, and I know Jim's done this before as well, it was as simple as just scaling down to the 55 tick, and coffee again has started to really run and is starting to perform very well. Now, I don't really know what the slippage is like on multiple contracts, because I've started trading this on one just as a tester, and it's going reasonably well, but I'll probably start adding some contracts to this because it's starting to really perform well, and then we'll get a better idea of what the potential slippage is, because each of the markets you trade, you want to definitely simulate the market first for a number of weeks to get a feel for it, and then you definitely want to be going with very, very minimal risk on the trades, just to get a feel for your fill rate, what kind of slippage you're getting. So if we have a look at coffee, the beautiful thing about this chart is that if we go to the performance report, it's got an average net profit of $153. That is fantastic. And as I said last week, it's running at 4-to-1. That is just super. Now the win rate, and this many of us when we first start doing the Pro Trader program, we think, oh, look, it's critical that we've got that high win rate. But you can see here, once you separate yourself from executing the trades, the win rate is less important because you've got no emotional attachment to putting the orders on. That's done in automation. Your job is then just to manage the system. So the win rate drops, but look at your average trade net profit. That's fantastic. So that's what you're after. You're after that average trade net profit as high as you can possibly get it. The drawdown's around about 2,500, 29 intraday. So you definitely have to have a circuit breaker on any of these strategies that we trade. That's part of why we trade them. We've got our circuit breaker. But the other thing is too, anytime you see a system and you're tracking or trading a system and you turn it off, you have to be watching it for when it bounces and starts performing again. And here's a very, very good case for that. Let's have a look at the crude chart. I turned this off a little while ago and didn't